What it do, y'all? This is the BreadTuckLegacy podcast. This is the BreadTuckLegacy podcast. I am your host, man, Christopher Robinson. I am your host, BreadTuck Rob, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Today is Sunday, March 24th, as I'm recording this podcast. My Houston Rockets have clinched a playoff spot today. I'm very excited about that, but this is not a sports podcast, so I'll save that for other platforms. But grab my book, man, Defeating the Struggle, Journal Entries of a Conqueror. Defeating the Struggle, Journal Entries of a Conqueror. Available on Amazon, man. It's the hottest book in the streets, man. You can get that e-copy. You can get that physical copy. We out here, man. That book is supporting my daughter's future, man. I thought about it, man, and I've talked about this on the podcast. At worst, you know, when my child is 25, 30, if I'm able to provide her, or when I'm able to, at worst, if I was just only able to provide her a home to where she doesn't have to worry about paying for, man, I'm talking into this. Wait a minute, man. This ain't even my headphones with the microphone, man. Let me remove this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking these my headphones with the microphone on it, but these not even them. But anyway, man, if I'm only able to provide my daughter with a home to where she doesn't have to worry about paying rent or mortgage ever, I won. She's winning. Because think about what you could do if you didn't have to pay a mortgage. You know, if she wants a wedding, if I give her a home and she's getting married and wants a wedding, okay, you and your husband figure that out. Y'all pay for that. Cause your daddy done provided you a place. Your daddy provided you financial flexibility. Y'all can handle that. You got student loans? Handle that. But, you know, the goal is for me to be able to do more than that. But at worst, if I'm able to just get her a home and, you know, keep it moving, that eliminates a lot of money going elsewhere. And just to raise her in a manner to where she's literate when it comes to maneuvering financially, man, financial literacy. But grab my book, Defeating the Struggle, man. That supports my daughter. Check this out, man. So on Instagram, I drop videos, man. I drop at least one a week, at the least once a week. Let me sip. But I drop these BreadTuck weekly videos, man, and they're inspirational videos. I may read an article and I give you a minute summary of that article, or I'll just, you know, have a thought that comes out that I just want to share, man. But I drop these 1 minute videos, man, and I put them out. You know, I put my hashtags with them, and every so often a stranger will come out of nowhere and like it, or that stranger will add me as a follower or a friend on Instagram, whatever you want to call it, man. And I reached out to a young lady, or excuse me, a lady, you know, liked a couple of my videos. And I reached out to her. I'm not going to say her name, but I said, hi. She says, hello, how are you? Your messages are very powerful. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. How did you find me? And she said she was searching IG and came across one of my videos. And I'm like, yeah, that means a lot to me. You know, I have a book, blah, blah, blah. Check out a few more of my videos. And if it makes sense, you know, grab my book. And she responded and said, glad you're out here on a positive note. As quiet as it's kept, so many are hurting and need to hear the truth. But our pride keeps us down. And that really meant a lot to me, man. I let that sister know that really meant a lot to me, because as I've said on this podcast, man, I'm out here pushing my book every day. And a lot of people who know me, you know, they won't grab the book because they know me. They don't want to feel like they're getting game from somebody that they're on the same level as, you know. And a lot of people are doing well. You know, some people may feel they don't need my book. That's fine. But then you have a lot of people who are really out here hurting but their pride is in the way. The woman just said that. I've been had this thought. I may have shared it on the podcast. If not, I've shared it with friends in passing. But a lot of people need information, man. And I'm a cat that's about information. If you give me $1 million, that's cool. I mean, at this point in my life, I know what to do with $1 million. But if you give me information, that's even better, man. Like, I like just going to Barnes and Nobles, looking at different books. Okay, what book do I need to buy? Because I like reading articles, man, because I just believe in my advancement is going to come through experience and information. You know, if information will take you far, man. I bought a $10 book by Susie Orman on financial literacy, and that thing really blessed my game. It gave me the introduction into finances, man. And I'm not no guru, but I know what certain terms are. When people bring up certain things, I'm able to give them prior information that I've looked up or I've read about. So information is very valuable. And it just meant a lot for that woman to say that, man. And in selling my book, a lot of people be like, man, I'm going to get this for my kid. Okay, that's cool, but you might need it too, though. You know, let's not be so prideful that, you know, we miss out on what we really need. Excuse me. So that really meant a lot to me for that woman to, you know, put that out there like that, man. And that just gave me the strength to keep on pushing, man. Like I tell cats, man, if you have something in you, or you have a product that you're pushing that came from your soul. Now, I'm not talking about you ordered a bunch of stuff wholesale and you're moving it. That's good too if you're getting your bread. But if you have something that was birthed in you and you created it and you made it in a physical form or you made it into a digital form, push that thing, man. Somebody needs that thing, man. Somebody needs it. Push that thing. That's yours. That's your baby. Like my child, Nyla, that's my baby. I'm going to protect her and, you know, I'm going to put her in the best of situations. My book, Defeating the Struggle, is my other baby. And I'm going to push that thing. That baby is meant to be put in front of the masses and pushed. Nyla ain't. Nyla's meant to be protected. But, yeah, man, with that, whatever, if you birth something, man, just push that thing. But let's get into the heat, man. Check this out, man. Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reid get less than $10 million in this collusion settlement, man. When this settlement first took place, man, everybody thought that Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reid were getting, you know, 60 to 80 million, man. And a lot of us who really supported Kaepernick and support the campaign, you know, we were in the background just ecstatic. We were like, yeah, man. Get your bread, man, because we wanted Colin Kaepernick to win. Let me sip. A lot of people wanted Colin Kaepernick to continue playing football. Man, the NFL should give Colin Kaepernick a job. You know, to me, which is a goofy thought, but, you know, everybody has the way they think, man, and it's cool. But, I was more along the lines of, man, we don't need Colin Kaepernick getting beat up and punished out here in football, man. We need his mind, man. We need his ability to execute a campaign. We need that to be protected. And so I wasn't really pushing for him to get a job in the NFL, you know, or a quarterback position. You know, if that's what he wants, that's what he wants. But check this out, man. So we believe that Colin Kaepernick got 60 to 80 million, man. That's what was being reported. Now, if Colin Kaepernick was to go to court and win, he would have gotten this 60 to 80 million, because the whole purpose of this going to court would have been to tell the people that, hey, man, the NFL, they got together and they colluded and they kept me out of the league, and I missed out on these past 3 years. I probably would have made $20 million a year, because that's the going, you know, that is maybe the average going rate for a quarterback. So they kept me out, they colluded, and I missed out on this much money. And this is what I missed out on. But because Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reid decided to settle, they got less than that. And it is believed that, they got, less than $8 to $10 million. Or less than, $8 to $10 million. And we thought about it, man. I sat back and thought about it. And I was like, man, was it really worth it, Colin Kaepernick? Because I'm sure he had $8 million in the tuck somewhere. I don't know what Eric Reid has, but I'm sure these guys had $8 million, stashed away somewhere. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not in their pockets. But then I thought about it longer, man. Now, a lot of people are disappointed. Oh man, was it worth it? You gave in and you're only getting $10 million. But then I thought about it. Should we really be disappointed? Should we? That's a legit question. Some of us boycotted, man. When Colin Kaepernick was out of the league, some of us were, man, I'm not watching football. I'm not watching that. Okay, that's cool. I didn't do it. And I got a lot of heat for not boycotting because of the way I think. And, I'm all, black people this and black people that, and I'm pro black. And a lot of people thought I was a hypocrite, which is fine, right? But at the same time, my question is, man, Colin Kaepernick's not boycotting the football. He still wants to play. Why should I? And then I also love football and I support other players who play, like the Bennett brothers. I'm a fan of the Houston Texans. Last year, or was it this year? One of the years, I forget. I think it was last year. My guys sat out. They didn't sat out, but they took a knee. A couple of my guys were like, man, we gonna buck the system a little bit. And that was for the Houston Texans. Now, check this out. Even though I didn't boycott football, I supported Colin Kaepernick financially, right? So Van Lathan started the E60 challenge or the E60 Colin Kaepernick challenge. But whatever it was remember at one point, Big Sean, YG, and Nicki Minaj had a song on the new Madden football game. And Big Sean had a lyric where he said Colin Kaepernick's name and it was blurted out, right? So Van said, hey man, instead of paying $60 to buy the Madden game, how about we use that $60 and donate it to Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights campaign? Or, hey, man, maybe you still want to buy the Madden game. Do that, but still support Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights campaign. I donated my money to the Know Your Rights campaign. I don't play football. I don't play video games, but I support Colin Kaepernick, and I'm one of the black people that understand that economics is a big thing in the black community. You don't believe me? I got a whole podcast talking about why we should support the We Buy Black initiative, where they're trying to raise $1.2 million to build a grocery store in Atlanta, hire black children, and fill that grocery store with produce from produce from black farmers and items from black creators and items from black inventors and items from black people. Yeah, I'm about that life, right? Boycotting football, that's cool, but Colin Kaepernick needs you to reach in his pocket for him, right? So check this out. And I've donated to other deals with Colin Kaepernick. So I wasn't tripping because I know where I stand. I'm reaching in my pocket. I'm not just turning off my TV. But check this out, man. Maybe he just took this money because he got tired. Think about it. Maybe he took this money to support his campaign to where he doesn't have to reach further in his pocket because a lot of you Negroes that was judging wasn't reaching in your pocket. Maybe he took that money to fund that. Or maybe he just got tired. Maybe he was just like, man, you know what, man? People turning off the TV, but golly, they're not reaching in their pocket. They're not helping me, spread this message. And a lot of people did. But think about it. What if we donated multi-millions of dollars to Colin Kaepernick to where $10 million wouldn't have even made sense to him, to where he would have laughed at $10 million because we had him financially. Think about that, man. A lot of us, and I grabbed the Colin Kaepernick Nike jersey as soon as it came out. I grabbed 2 of them joints to support his campaign, but to support him, I grabbed that item, which was a tangible item that I'm gonna be flying, but I also put bread up when it didn't when I got nothing in return. See, that's, as black people, that's where we need to be. We need to support our own, even when it's not physically tangible to us, because we see the greater good in the late. We see we see the bigger picture. But that's what's important, man. So I don't know why Colin Kaepernick settled for $10 million, $8 million, but Colin Kaepernick has been reaching in his pocket so long. He committed career suicide on behalf of our people, that I'm good with him and I'm gonna continue to support him. I think it would be better for him if he wasn't in the NFL, but whatever. I can't wait if that book deal is still on the table. I can't wait for his book to come out. I'm gonna grab a few copies of his book, and Colin Kaepernick goes down in history, man. I'm good, man. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reed. Y'all were taking knees on behalf of us. Pause, and y'all y'all put yourselves on the line to benefit our community and progress our community. Let me sip. Shout out to them. The movie Us. Jordan Peele, man. This guy, Jordan Peele. You remember Get Out? Us opens with $70 million in the box office. Standing ovation to Jordan Peele and Us, man. Starring Lupita. I don't want to jack up her last name, but Lupita and my boy M'Baku as in Black Panther. And you know, Lupita was Nakia. If you go back to Get Out, that brother Daniel, the lead guy in Get Out, was Wakaba. So I like how Jordan Peele is using the guys from Black Panther, and I can appreciate the fact that he's using dark-skinned actors as the protagonist, man. Because and this isn't on no dark skin, light skin stuff. I'm not with that. I think black people are black people. But I know that in other movies and in certain situations, when people make black people the lead, it's usually a lighter skin black person, because that person translate better to white people. I mean, that's just what it is, whatever. But it's refreshing to see that the lead in this movie was a woman, you know, shout out to that, and then a black, dark-skinned woman at that. That's a beautiful thing, man. My daughter could sit and watch that. And if it was a lighter-skinned woman or whatever, lighter-skinned black woman, that would have been fly too, man. I'm about black people. But as a black man, a dark-skinned black man, is good. When I look at a movie and I see Idris Elba doing his thing, or Wesley Snipes doing his thing, you know, I'm like, all right, brothers, y'all do your thing. But I'm just as lit when I see Will Smith doing his thing, or Nate Parker doing his thing, you know, or whomever, man, Common doing his thing, because it all represents us, man. It represents me. I'm a black man. But Us, man. This went on to make $70 million at the box office, man. Guess what the budget was? The budget was $20 million. So this movie in the first week made $50 million more than what the budget was. Now, if we remember, man, Get Out, man, the budget was $5 million. But then that movie went on to do $225 million, man. Or was it 250? I think it was 255. Let me not shortchange you, Jordan Peele. That movie went on to do $255 million, man. But a lot of that was word of mouth too, man, because watch this. When Get Out first came out, I thought it was just some goofy looking movie because of the previews. I'm like, man, I'm not going to see this. But that word of mouth though, man, everybody, man, you didn't see Get Out. It was deeper than the actual the movie was deeper than the commercial and blah blah blah. You know, that word of mouth. I went and saw that thing by myself. I said, from now on, Jordan Peele is getting my money. So when Us came out, man, I think on Christmas Day, the preview dropped, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm in there. Jordan Peele, do I need to swipe my debit now, or you want me to get you when I get to the theater? But you finna get this money. And people plan on seeing this movie again, man. The thing I like, man, about Jordan Peele's movies, man, he has this, and he's dropped 3. You know, he dropped that Keanu movie where him and the guy who used to do that show with Peele, no, Key and Peele, Tiffany Haddish is in that movie, and they're after a cat or something. I think it's a comedy movie. I didn't see it, but after watching Get Out and Us, because I'm a fan of him now, I'm gonna go back and watch Keanu just for the sake of supporting him. But people plan to see that movie again, man. And the thing I like about it, man, it has that This Is America vibe, to where when we watch that that video of This Is America with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, we have to watch it multiple times to see what we miss, man. And that's the genius of Jordan Peele, man. Now, the difference with that and This Is America didn't cost me anything. All I had to do was go watch YouTube, watch it over and over again. And you know what? Once every 3 months, I always go back and watch This Is America for some reason. Beautiful video. Video of the year last year, in my opinion. I don't know if it won an award. It should have. If it didn't, I don't keep up with those award shows. But anyway, but the difference in This Is America and Us, you know, financially is, if I go watch This Is America again, you know, it counts as a stream towards, you know, YouTube or wherever you watch it, Tidal or whatever. You know, after so many streams, you know, maybe he gets a nice check or whatever. I don't know. But if I go back and watch Us again, man, I'm paying another $8 at the movie theater, which I'm willing to do for this black man. But it does. It has that This Is America vibe. And in my opinion, man, the way Jordan Peele is moving and the way we anticipate his movies, man, he's kind of putting himself up there with like your Quentin Tarantino's, man. The way, you know, how when Quentin Tarantino drops a movie, you know, people, oh, there's a Quentin Tarantino movie, I'm going out to see this. You know, and Quentin Tarantino, man, you know, I think the only movie I was just in a rush to see from Quentin Tarantino was Django. And that's because, you know, Jamie Foxx was in that thing. And, you know, that movie was originally intended for Will Smith, but I think he turned it down. But that's a fun fact I just want to share. But another Quentin Tarantino movie, I think, what was it, Machete? Machete? Yeah, I watched that movie, man. I think that was a Quentin Tarantino movie. But I didn't see your Kill Bills and, From Dusk Till Dawn. I think I rented that or whatever. But your boy Jordan Peele, man, he's putting himself up there, man. And it's beautiful to see a black man in that position, to where now this guy has proven himself. So now when he is saying, hey, I need this much money to shoot my next film, you got to give it to him. He proved himself with Get Out. And I heard him talk about that in an interview one day. He was like, man, if I take this little $5 million, I could prove myself to where now the budget will be open when I go back and do my next film. But not only that, if I take this little money, the owners of these companies won't be standing over me like, nah, you got to change this. You got to change, because we're investing so much. We got to make sure that this goes. He's like, no, just give me the little bit of money. Y'all get up off me, and I'm going to do what I need to do and make things happen, man. And another thing, man, I like to see when quote unquote corny brothers win, man. Boys thought that Because some people think I'm corny, but that's fine. Boys thought that Jordan Peele was corny. Now you want to see every movie he dropped. Boys tried to say Nick Cannon was corny. Man, but when you see him hosting all these shows and executive producer of all these shows, and now he was with Mariah Carey and he got all this money, now he ain't so corny anymore. Boys tried to say Will Smith was corny at one point, man, but y'all was foolish for that. Y'all was stupid for that one. Will Smith always been cool, man. It's fly to see a guy who can rap and be an incredible rapper and not use curse words. That's incredible, man. But I like to see corny brothers win, quote unquote. And I'm not gonna give the movie away because it's still, like it hasn't been out a week, but in my mind, Us was about people stepping over other people to get somewhere in life. That's what I took from it. I think I missed a few things. I need to watch it again, or I need to read reports that'll tell me what I missed, so everything will make sense. I sat and watched it, and I was glued to my seat. I couldn't leave, but I was confused too, but that was the beauty of it. Even though I was confused, I stayed in my seat. I didn't want to miss anything. And it was good to see this dark black family, or this black family, kill it. No pun intended, man, because it was gory in the mug. But shout out to Us, man. Shout out to Jordan Peele. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to that sister who showed me love. Shout out to black people, man. Grab my book, Defeating the Struggle, Journal Entries of a Conqueror. Defeating the Struggle, Journal Entries of a Conqueror. And that book is on Amazon, man. Support that. Support my daughter. Support me. And this podcast is going to continue to grow. And we just want to be great, man. And I have an event, man, in Houston, April 13th. True Ambition, Rebuild the Black Wall Street. True Ambition 2, Rebuild the Black Wall Street, man. Get your tickets. They're free. Go on Eventbrite, search True Ambition 2, Rebuild the Black Wall Street. True Ambition number 2, Rebuild the Black Wall Street. And get your free tickets, man. We're going to have free adult beverages, free light snacks, and most of all, free fire content. You can meet me. My books are going to be on sale, man. And y'all know what it is, man. This is the Bread Tuck Legacy Podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Robinson. I'm your host, Bread Tuck Rob. Y'all mucho, take it easy. H-Town all day.